Okay, Patrick. Awesome class, man. Awesome. There were a lot of cool things. These tutorials now, these review videos. I'm just gonna show you like some of the newer things that I want to cover with you. All right. So warm ups, everything very good. The circle of fifths. Okay, when you did like the major scale, that was fine. Like the major arpeggios, I should say, that was good. Um, but when we went to the minor arpeggios, when we're doing the chords, I wanted to show you that new kind of a reggae style. For this particular one, you're going to be hitting the root as a bass, and the rest of the chords as your rhythm. So. Okay, so you're hitting the bass line for the C minor, right? So that's 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. When I hit the C minor on this chord progression for the circle of fifths, when I hit each chord, I'm going to hit them for 2 measures, so 2 counts of 4 beats, right? So 2 measures. In those 2 measures, I'm going to start to measure by hitting my root as a bass. So I'm going to let that root just kind of play as I'm strumming up. So I'm letting this play. So we're going to let that play out as we go into the next measure. But I'm strumming up to complete the measure. All right, so I'm playing that fast, but if I were to play it slow, it would be the equivalent of going 2, 3, 4, right? So. Right, so I'm holding the note down, and I'm just letting that bass line play as I strum up. That's why it's giving you like such of a full sound, like there's a couple of things going on, but that's what's going on. I'm just hitting that bass line first, like the first thing that I do in the measure is I hit that bass line or that root as a bass line, right? And then for the second measure, I do the same, and then I switch the chords and I do the same. Okay, so that's all you have to kind of really pay attention to and focus on is the timing on that, when to hold those notes down, what gets held down, and what is just a strum. Okay, when I strum, okay, I'm gonna hit the root or the bass, boom, and when I strum, I'm just strumming up on the first 3 strings. I can hit the 4th string if I want to. If you don't hit the 4th string, that's okay. It's okay. But the first 3, because it's giving you, when you hit that, it's giving you a full sound. You're hearing a lot. Excuse me. You're hearing a lot of things going on, but they're blending in nicely. As a rhythm and a chord progression there. So, right. one other thing that we could do with this is we can hit the root, and we could hit another root. Okay, I'm saying another root, but what you're gonna do is you can hit the root, and then you could hit another, like the second in command, I should say, to the root that I hit. So if I hit a C here, I could hit the D right here. I'm sorry, I could hit a G right here on the fourth string. So I can blend that into the progression. So right, I'll show you that again. I don't expect you to do this, but I'm just showing some of the things that you can do. So you can do a lot of different. I started to put a little percussion in there, but yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with this particular style. And when you do that, you actually make a couple of other styles, because there's a lot of different things that can come from playing like a bass reggae beat. Okay, there's a lot of different little styles that come along with it. Okay, so you have that. The Stand By Me song, that was good. I just want you to kind of work on the up strum. Okay, so when you right, right. So when you're here, right. Right, so it's just you hit bump 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 bump. Right, so that when you hit, you strum up. But you've got it on the most part. I just want to make sure it's completely on point. Right, but it looks good. Everything looks good. And we're gonna go to the Gypsy Jazz song "Ode to Patrick." That's a very important song. All right, so when you do that song, it's like in the beginning of the class, I was saying how that reggae rhythm that I just showed you is kind of similar to this type of style of playing for the Gypsy Jazz, except for the Gypsy Jazz, we're not doing that. We're strumming down. So you're doing this already. I just want us to get a cleaner feel for it. All right, just a cleaner feel for it. So you're going to try to hit your root on these now. When you hit the root, strum softly, right? All right. When you strum, even though you're strumming softly, you're gonna hit you're gonna strum down on the remaining strings a little bit louder than you would if you hit the bass line or the root of the chord. So that would mean that when you hit that root, it's going to be a little bit softer. It's very soft, pretty much, in comparison. So, right? The reason we're doing that is in this style of music, the chord progressions, the mood is pulling the listener in. So when it's like, right, I just strummed up, but the background does that to really give way to the lead when the person is playing. Okay, so when we're playing this style, if you notice, I'm kind of leaning in. I'm actually doing that like as just it's like a habit, because when I play this style of music, there's other people that I'm playing with. If we're all playing, it could be like 3 people, it could be 4 people playing the guitar, playing the rhythm section. This. So what we're doing, we all, for this style of music, we play it soft. We play it soft, and when we're playing it so soft that we kind of lean in, because what we're doing is we're putting the attention onto the person who's going to be playing the solo over it. Okay, so when we play, it's like we want that person to really shine. Okay, so you could hear what they're playing. The other reason for that, along with this reason, is that when we're playing soft like that, and at that tempo or that speed, we're doing that because the type of music that this is, for like people who are doing leads or solos, they usually play a bit faster than the other genres, with the exception of like jazz. It's jazz, but I mean like the other styles of jazz, they have that speed to them, when they're playing their solos. So that's why we do that. Because if we were to play loud, and the type of style for soloing requires a lot of fast playing, you wouldn't be able to hear all the notes that the solo person is doing. You wouldn't be able to hear a lot of those. And that's the essence of that style, of that jazz and the gypsy jazz, is to be able to sit and really, really hear the speed of those notes and hear all of them. Because the thing that's precious about the jazz style is that it's not just a bunch of random notes. The notes are all, it's very technical, but it's also with a lot of feeling too. Because the jazz is a component of the blues as well, and the blues is about feeling. So you have that other aspect of jazz, that the two are connected. But when the people are soloing, you could hear that, in their when the way they express their ideas in the solo work. So when we're going, you can do like a lot of different things. So yeah, that's the idea behind that. So I want you to practice that. Also, there are a couple of really good gypsy jazz. There's a lot of good gypsy jazz guitars, but some of the classical ones that I really like, there's a guy by the name of Django Reinhardt. If you can look him up, or if you can't find his name, I'll just send you a video of him playing, and he's one of the pioneers. He's very he's amazing. Okay, so practice these different things. So play along with this. You can play it real slow, play it over and over again, but just try to absorb some of this, and don't be afraid if you make mistakes and stuff. That's a part of the process. But remember, I think the biggest obstacle for you and the biggest challenge is you want to play things a little bit softer, right? And really be patient. Once you feel comfortable, continue to play it softly, but speed it up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So everything altogether was just amazing. You're doing a really good job. All right. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. All right. Thanks a lot. I'll see you on Monday. All right. God bless.